in our why your hated mutant be all it's to be. Stories and more nightly board 4th October.
Everyone, and lots to talk about tonight. Possible major deal in healthcare, a presidential push against opioid addiction, and a report that questions how you predict mutual. But we begin major news. Profits land. They were good. Expectation high. Big tech disappointed. 4 majors reported these that were stronger than anyone expected. Let's start with Amazon. The story here simple: revenue up, profit up, stock. The 52 expect worth jump more to up $3 euro. Investor giddy, sending Amazon shares initially higher and through the $1,000 mark. Jackie D'Angelo zeroes in on the biggest surprise Amazon.
Points of interest on earnings was services did. He delivered segment revenue $4.8 billion, handily topping analyst expectations. Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is Amazon's version of cloud, merging spinning company for share Amazon's to be one of business in the Dows bar will be equal to top. For this quarter was certainly out. The Business Report, I'm Jackie D'Angelis.
Up next, Google and Alphabet. It has a story, and any company profit grew 30%, revenue to 20%. Its stock got an initial lift from upbeat shareholders after the bell. And Josh Lipton explains why.
It wasn't just on earning revenue, because Google better ability. As sort of Raymond says, income 7.8, and that was than what he had casting out that it can invest in declines for Google. They've wanted to see better operating leverage for some time. Now, with this report, they got it. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Josh Lipton, San Francisco.
Now, to Microsoft, it better than expected as demand fast-growing computers rose. It also saw computer business rose, and that's shares of the Dow component up initially in after-hours trading, as you see there.
One more to tell you about Intel. It's helped by cloud business, its largest chip maker, things and expectations, and raised your revenue forecast. Revenue from its higher margin data center business was up as well, and that helped the stock in initial late-day trading.
Well, even before all those results, this day of season drive today on expected results of Ford. They send more on a little bit. As for the majors, the Dow rose 71 points to 23,400, but the Nasdaq lost 7 and the S&P 500 added 3.
Care was buzz on a the surprise. CVS is talks Aetna's first Wall Street takeout price is said to be about $200 a share, much higher than Aetna's current share price. That would put the deal's price tag at $6 billion. Could be the health insurance on that at much higher. Shares finished lower. This stock, drugstore, pharmacy managers stocks were pressured by reports that Amazon obtained its pharmacy license in a number of states. Terrell joined set to and an awful about tonight. Will he start?
Well, let this report journal the CVS buying at this just a gigantic deal, $200 a share, and we'll note that Aetna's stock didn't trade up that high, so it implies the market might not believe this yet. That would be a 5% premium. Stock was traded before this came out. Think about what this CVS, they are both benefits, so main benefits from an insurer, and they're a retail pharmacy, of course. So this would make them yet another thing, giving them more power to potentially offer to employers when they're trying to do services with them. Seen this kind of up in other United Health, which is the insurer, and it's all PBM. So they're getting bigger and bigger, trying to get more sort of ability to offer things to their customers.
You know, there has been a lot of subtracting of services there. The does your medical, but then handles your somebody handle about to a concession. Maybe in a situation where not only do insurers merge with the pharmacy benefit managers, they may merge with systems, company, hospital, health delivery company, Kaiser model.
All of that is in the air, right? Especially because you are story of the night. There is this Amazon coming in and disrupting everything. If a big player like that comes in, the existing players, a lot of analysts are saying, are going to do whatever they can to get more power in the market, and that might mean nations.
Amazon is of state. Do you that as more test as successful they and then maybe try and get Liz across the country, or is there something else to it?
It's not totally clear what these licenses mean. This today by the Post is it just means supports things that already does. People excited about Amazon get into this, and so it as initial move to get bigger into perhaps drug distribution. We don't know yet. The company hasn't said, but CNBC.com's Chris Barr has been reporting on Amazon's they are closely at this.
Thank you, Mel. As always, have you with us.
All right, the health also pay attention today to the president who declared the opioid crisis a public health emergency. By doing so, the government will give state flexibility in how to use federal funds. Trump stopped declaring a state agency, but he was going after bad actors.
I will be looking at the potential of the federal government major bad doing some very loss against companies that are hurting our people, and that will start taking place pretty soon.
Meantime, Chief Janet recently said opioid made to labor participants.
Millionaire Therapeutics with today related case. John Kapoor was charged with racketeering, conspiracy, and fraud. The scheme alleges that doctors have a power opioid patients needed. Kapoor has been in talks department next. Number 6 executives were indicted on federal charges. Shares of Insys fell today by 22 2/3%.
Still, written is it. Report says stars for mutual funds rating aren't as good as you. To the economy now in the housing market. Pending home sales, which account for homes under contract sold, sank to the low in 3. It's not lack of others. Oleg, what's slump all?
Hurricane in the south have kept home buyers there out of the market last month, but in the rest of the nation, homes are being other highs and sales.
Tide additions talking about it all year. In September, we saw the consecutive of year-over-year sales declines. Look, the tightness in inventory, the lack of affordable housing, and the huge increases in tapping sales.
X of sales was signed during the month at the low in nearly years. September. Part of that been due to the heavy hurricane season. Sales have been lower annually for 5 of the past 6 months. Prices continue to.
The out is stability, and we are not keeping up for homeowners or the rental part of the market.
Maryland real estate agent Eric Murtaugh specializes in selling new homes. There is a high.
Who want this or put on some under construction. This, if a buyer comes and wants to pick their kitchen, their bathrooms, or do other options like an elevator, we're set up to really help them with.
Is a ladder. Are up to the hurt and more.
It comes into bidding out jobs. Only have one contractor available to do the work. It's not a competitive environment, and so they're dictating what the cost of the project will be.
It's so construction wide and the ridge worsening mark more set, but we're slow. Usually feel on homes, but this they could be downright frozen. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Diana Olick in Washington.
Representative Oli budget blue that will spill without the final budget hike 16 to 12. In part, of Republicans from states with high state taxes voted against the measure. The current tax outline calls for the elimination of a popular deduction for state and local to help for us cuts.
Ways and Means Committee out a plan shortly, and they're going to work with all of our members, look at and address them. I believe that the Ways and Means Committee will be working with these members in particular to find a solution.
The chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee says he will introduce November and begin 6th.
How would a corpses if Mark Eastman?
Makes sense to talk the apparent momentum towards cutting corporate taxes that the market would be pricing in at least some possibility of actually happening. Corporate tax right on the line of especially high tax, but looked at different hikes that were all substantially performing broader market. S&P Global divided up into 3 different categories. The top 100 taxpayers returned 8%, bottom 100 paid return, and now those paying notes, they actually chose this 20% year to date. Here's a basket of high tax stocks from Strategas and its performance relative to the S&P 500. We're 100 equal market performance under positive. Now what month when line was in from the VIX, but have come off and with the spat between Senator Corker and President Trump. That potentially diminishes the chance of tax cut. 3 have been offered versions for market appropriately chance. It at least good for the earnings. They could expect rate hikes. Third, the market just doesn't think the tax cuts will happen. Dan Clifton of Strategas thinks the market is underestimating the chance that money will for my president will point market on groups, many of which high, so it has put value on the high tax companies. The right answer, the market can sometimes be inefficient, especially when it comes to discount political out for Nightboard.
Users began to focus. The social company added 1 million new users, reported its lowest net loss in several quarters, and also topped Wall Street's revenue expectations. It stated its active use since of 25 investors turned to the company's guidance was turn its ever next quarter. Shares rose 18% to $20.31. Cost cuts and strong demand in North Carolina helped lift above expected for the automaker over-delivered while it's work to do improving digital health industry autonomy.
What we are working to do is improve the fitness of the business better as a really strong foundation as we enter a really important transition for the whole, not only the company, advantage emerging technologies, EVs and E4.
Share just about to $12.27.
Celgene slashes its long-term outlook. The biotech said difficult market can some discipline its drug line. Those earnings is in 20 to be lowly expected. Celgene estimates in its quarter, but touched their low in 16 years, finishing down 10% at $99.99. Tenet Healthcare may no longer be for sale. Reuters said hospital scrap plan to sell following her then departure. CEO CNBC Strategic Review going at the no options been taken to the table. Still shares down 9% to $12.87. And after the bell, Mattel. Ouch. Dismal result. Hurt by wind and corrupt CRS. The toy maker would reportedly do so it could balance sheet and increase flex of shares. As you see there, got crushed in after-hours trading. They finished the regular session down just a fraction at 15.30.
Profit pressure estimated Saturday and recent disaster, but revenue in the company an upbeat for the key shipping season. Morgan Brett has more.
UPS expects to deliver a staggering number of packages this season, 780 million. It would be record. Experts compare here. Delivery to handle 30 million packages or average day on 17 out of the 21 shipping days that will make up peak season. UFO Rich said crucial to get the right on all of its keep up.
Different solution customers, and is that we're putting new resources in, creating temporary capacity. There are very few businesses in the world that can flex 100% of daily business for a 4-day period.
To a recent survey, it's time more buy things in this holiday than stores. Companies like FedEx have been pouring billions into their networks to expand capacity. A year-round process that will be ultimate in the market. Compare U90 worker doing more, putting Boeing jets are ramping up per day delivery. It's also slapping a new holiday surcharge on some packages destined for doorsteps. A move analysts watching close since Ross heavy during holidays.
From a point, market to see if you handle this network, the degree you have to scale every quarter. Every year e-commerce becomes bigger. Every year UPS has to do more to make sure that Christmas gets delivered on time. And I think the market trying to make sure it can do that profitably.
UPS is firing 50 additional to its own volumes. The U.S. Post has said it plans for a record 850 million packages between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. For Nightly Report, Brennan.
Star Rate Investment Risk Mornings always seal of approval for mutual funds. Implicit in it, the idea that the fund would remain a top performer. But an article in the Journal questions this and our method, saying 5-star isn't may think. Article's always with us to discuss her. She's also a reporter with the Wall Street Journal. Sarah, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I want you to tell what you as I'm down that some funds are at star, always 5-star in the ensuing 1, 3, 5, 10 years. Boil
Correct.
it down to me.
Sure. So we spent about a year going through Morningstar data, and what we found striking was 5-star fund track majority of those, very few to outreturn. For example, a fund, any 5-star fund, only 12% 5 years later had performed well enough to earn that same mark. And a lot of it rely heavily on stars early decision.
Morningstar argued they're calling it the analysis, and they do it as somewhat predictive. Is that correct? What response did you get from them?
Well, I've said a lot of the predictive stars that they've rated quickly to outreturn, that they have predictive power, a number of things on that.
I want to play a soundbite from an interview I did earlier today with Jeffrey Patak. He is the head of manager at Morningstar. Challenges the premise of your article and auction.
I disagree with the conclusion. If you take a look at some of the findings that they themselves reported in an exhibit to the study, what you find is that highly rated funds, 5 funds, are sometimes when succeed-rated funds are funds for a future horizon. To me, that doesn't value. That measure of success in investors' favor.
So Jeffrey says he disputes the conclusion. He cites data. The 5 funds are set more to perform than star funds. Is
Correct.
It you both?
Yes, and we noted in the article that that was the case, but better is merely average. That the funds that we do the 14 study to become so that one of the things to keep in mind about the way these things are used. Morningstar licenses the ratings to fund firms who then include them in their advertisements. The implicit suggestion is this 5 is going to go perform. Our analysis of the case.
How is it, given what you found out and research, how individuals use this to the best of their advantage?
Yeah, it's a really important question, and the premise on all of this and why it's worth this conversation is that markets it's fraught with. I would. Rating and some of the Morningstar can be used starting point bound throughout and in talksters. They rely very heavily on it, and Morningstar knows that they rely heavily on it. And in fact, in our piece, an executive on behavioral Morningstar stated that the investors missed. He even questioned, whether to do something about.
Was an amazing work, Sarah. Agree with it or not, it was hard work. I recommend your article to everybody. Thanks very much.
You.
Thanks for being with us. Sarah
Thanks
Krause,
for having me.
Wall Street Journal.
The first of all.
President's border wall may be taking another step forward. Today was the deadline for 6 companies to finish building prototypes. Aditi reports from in Ota.
For the day, action been humming, craze soared, and workers have been buzzing around this otherwise desolate, dusty part of Mesa, California. 2-mile border cross Mexico. Project on is culture.
We'll build Great Wall along southern border.
One that fulfills President Trump's vision he spoke so frequently about on the campaign trail. The 6 companies in these 8 types, G. Yates, Erica, Sterling, W. Action, Fisher, Sand Gravel Company. They were awarded contracts between $300,000 and $500,000 and were chosen among hundreds of Customs and Control spokesperson Diaz.
They had dig, climb, anti-breach case, and a number of capabilities included being able to see through.
The reason? As of 2 months ago, there were nearly 290,000 Border Patrol apparitions nationwide far this year. Last more than 15. Got an up at the current wall. Holes in plate been breached. Those works guiding enforcement agents as they get ready to test the prototypes.
Looking at the beaches that we saw was poor. Looking at
the between a 30 to the wall back, that's 8 to 10. Ultimately, it's about making the most secure wall possible.
We're always trying to find what defeat the terrorism this side.
Border Patrol say the deadline decision could these or aspect 8 question that whether or not Congress will foot the heavy price tag, which some estimates put at more than $20 billion. For Night Business Report, I'm in California.
Business tonight. Thanks.
And I'm thanks. Great evening. We will see you tomorrow night.